Hey there, I am John Harder. Let me ask you a question. Where do you go for advice when there's something that you want to know more about? Like, let's say you're looking for a good opportunity that comes along, and you probably heard something about it, but you want to know more about it. And so you are looking for the truth, as it were. Like, I mean, why would you want to, if you're looking for a an honest way to make your life better, to create more of an income? And isn't that what it usually takes to make life better? It takes more money. It takes more of an income. Life doesn't very easily get any better with good promises or a good friend who's also broke, or whatever it is. It really doesn't help much to move forward in life and be able to do the things that you want to do. You see, we have this desire from within that once, that makes us want to move forward and do things, provide some sort of service, or even just find a good opportunity to get that income rolling in more, so that we can do more in life. Now, where do you go when it comes to finding a good opportunity? Do you go to Facebook? Do you go to YouTube? Where do you go? You see, YouTube is sometimes a good place to go when let's say you're having trouble with your car of some sort, and you go and you type in on YouTube whatever it is your car is doing, and it's quite likely you can get some good advice. But isn't it quite easy to tell apart the information of somebody who just wants to make a video and sort of share his opinion from that of a person actually showing you what he's doing, how he's fixing it, and a before and after, as it were? Like, you have the problem, or he has the problem, and he shows you how he fixes it, and then the problem is cleared up, right? So wouldn't that be a little more convincing than just somebody hearing about something, and right away from what they heard, they the person forms his own opinion as if he totally understands it, and then goes and makes a video of how bad it is because that's his interpretation of what he thinks he understands of it. Now, let's put this in an honest perspective. Let's say you're a person who is looking for an opportunity, and you want something that's good, that's easy to get into, and somebody tells you something about it, and well, you decide you want to know more about it before you make any sort of commitment, and so you go to Facebook. And well, on Facebook you might find a whole bunch of people who have heard about it and shared their opinion on it, and actually don't know anything about it. Probably don't know anything, and maybe not even as much about it as you do. And the same thing can happen on YouTube. Now, I'd like to share with you just an instance of something that I've actually come across several times. You know, I've always been an internet marketer ever since the internet came out. And I've always been looking for opportunities and sometimes found some very good opportunities. Uh, Opportunities that others were making millions with, and I didn't do that great with them. Now, that doesn't mean I went and made all kinds of negative videos or went on Facebook and said anything negative about it. That's just not how I work. But what I often found is that these companies, they would sometimes have growth spurts that they weren't really prepared for. Uh, like there's usually limitations on hosting accounts and things like that, where if your website gets an excessive amount of traffic, the bandwidth isn't going to supply enough. There won't be enough bandwidth to handle all that traffic. And this there's various things on the internet as well that where limitations like that exist. And now, let's say you are the owner of this business and you are experiencing a growth spurt that is in excess of what your capabilities or your server capabilities are for the website. And as soon as you find out, you are doing your very best to make the corrections. But in the meantime, some people have you know, some of the people who were in your business who had taken you up on your offers or whatever, and they came to your website and it, you know, they wanted to log in or whatever, and it didn't work. And right away they went and made some videos on YouTube and went on Facebook telling everybody what kind of a scam you are running. Tell me, how do you feel? How would you feel about that? You're running an honest business, you're doing your very best, and you're making corrections as soon as you can. Nonetheless, many people will be turned away just because somebody had some experiences, or maybe they just heard about your business and went and made some negative videos based on their opinion about what they think of it, and yet know nothing about your business. See, that's the kind of world we live in. But what I have learned to do in all of this, first of all, when I look for an opportunity, I don't go to Facebook to ask questions about it, because I already know that mostly what I'll get is opinions of people who know nothing about it. And I also don't go on YouTube, because the same thing happens there. I will find a bunch of opinions of people who know nothing about it, even though I will probably find people who have very good experiences. And this I do. I do go on YouTube sometimes, but what I do is I sift out that I can be satisfied that I have found the truth. And what I do is I look for what is for a person or people who are sharing their experience, not on any opinion. It can be an honest experience telling me that the business they're in, the business that I'm looking for more information about, I'm looking for people who are in that business and to see how they're doing. And the problems, when they do have problems, they are experiencing problems, I am looking for people who are patient, who understand that there can easily be disruptions sometimes. And when there are disruptions, that they are patient about it, work through it, allow the person, the owner of the business, to correct whatever it is, why the business isn't working properly, or, because when those growth spurts happen, they can very often, they lead to the business being much better afterwards. Because in that process, a person who is truly trying to provide a good service or a product, what they usually will find is they will find some ways of making it better than it was before. Now, if people do understand this and they stick with it through those times, and still, if they do any videos, they share only what they are experiencing and the confidence that they have in the person running the business. You see, that will help bring people in, and not just bring people into the business. That's really not what it's about. Every person who is looking for an opportunity, they are looking to better their lives. Isn't that what you are looking for? To better your life, your own life, and those who you know, those who you could potentially tell about it, and also better their lives? Is that not why we're here? Isn't that why we want to help each other? Now, if that is the case, then why bother spending any time listening to people who go and make up a video sharing their opinion, knowing actually nothing about it, just sharing their opinion of how bad it is, when they could be busy with something that others are doing well with, and they could be following their steps, and they could do well also. But if you're listening to people who share their opinions without knowing anything about it, and you're broke, and you're looking for the truth, you will never find the truth until you find a way to get to the truth. But here's a very good nugget that I know works. When you're looking for the truth, then truly look for the truth. Don't look for opinions. You've got to be able to see whether it's just an opinion of someone or whether they're telling you their actual experience. And furthermore, take it one step further. If you really want a good opportunity, take it one step further. When you come across a person who is giving you, as far as you can tell, a good, honest, not opinion, but experience, shares with you the experience that he is having with that, why not find some more people who tell you honestly what they experienced, what they are experiencing? Not opinions. Opinions that they're not worth a hoot. They're really not worth anything. But when someone shares you their experience, with what their experience actually is, you see, now you have something you can build on. You can build confidence. And confidence is what you need. Confidence is really the only thing you need to succeed. You need self-confidence. That's what you need. And even you can even exceed if others have confidence in you, even when you don't. But there has to be confidence within you to be able to actually have success. Success depends on confidence. Now, having said all this, I have been I've been doing cryptocurrencies now for a few years, or probably about 2 years that I've been into that stuff. And I didn't jump into, I didn't buy Bitcoin right away as soon as I heard about Bitcoin. But by the time I actually did, I think I knew about Bitcoin for almost a year. And that doesn't mean I'm trying to tell you that you should be slow and getting into something. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am saying, I'm just going to share with you my experience. So I did get some Bitcoin in late of 2016. And I bought some Bitcoin. It wasn't Bitcoin. Well, okay, I bought Bitcoin, but I used that Bitcoin to buy some altcoins. I bought a few different ones, and I gained some very good profits in the first couple of months. I had at least 100 times my money that I had made. I believe it was actually more than 100 times. I don't mean 100%. I mean 100 times the money I had invested. But then it sort of went down, and it went down for about space of 2.5 to 3 months, where it just kept slowly depleting and depleting. And I finally decided, okay, I better do something about, something else with it before I lose it completely, which wasn't necessarily a very good move, because shortly after that it did climb back up and went way beyond where it had been. Anyhow, so now I had sold this coin that I had, and I was looking for a way, some place to put it where it would do something positive again. And I came across TBC. Now, as soon as I checked it out, I was sort of intrigued by it, but I did some more research. I wasn't looking for opinions. I found opinions as well, but opinions, they mean nothing to me. So what I did is I went and I found some people who were sharing their honest experiences with it. And at the time, when I bought some TBC, the billion coin, at the time their wallet wasn't working. You couldn't send any coin out, and I'm sure if you have been checking it out at all, you likely know that there's negative videos about it, and some people, they made some pretty convincing negative videos about what a scam TBC is. But I wasn't looking for to find out what kind of a scam it was. I was looking for people who would honestly tell me what their experience was, and who had the patience for the lack of perfection or perfect of the program running. And well, based on what I found, as I believed it to be, based on that, I bought coin, even though there were people saying how it was a scam. But I had learned to understand what what the difference is between someone making a video when they're disgusted about something, when they're having a bad day, and then they're using something outside of themselves to blame their bad day on and then make a video about it. But instead, I had found the confidence that I needed of it being a good currency. And so after I bought my currency, my coin went up. It kept on going up by pretty much 2% a day. And then when it came near 2017, I'm not sure, was it October? I can't remember exactly the month that it was, but that they were beginning to mention a cookie rewards program. Well, this cookie rewards program, what that meant was that for every $100 that we had bought TBC for, we would get one cookie, and one cookie equals one TBC coin. And well, by Christmas time, a TBC coin was over $1 million. So that made it that made me a multimillionaire as in December, when I was able to redeem my cookies. I had several cookies rewards that I got for referring people, and some for the coin that I had bought. So that it made me very wealthy in a very, very short time. Now, TBC is a coin, is a currency that was designed to help people who are impoverished, as well as anyone in the working class or whatever stage you are in, where you can really ramp up your lifestyle, your income. Matter of fact, it is designed to end world hunger. Now, how are we going to do this with TBC? Well, TBC is when it reaches its ultimate price, will be worth €1 billion per coin. 1 billion coins will be made ultimately. And we are working towards getting 1 billion users, at which time, when we do, is when the coin reaches its full price, its ultimate price. So 1 billion users, 1 billion euros per coin, and eventually 1 billion coins. That is very much wealth. And that will allow us to build hospitals, to build factories, to build, to have science and research in technology, and provide, you know how all markets are totally manipulated by a few people? Well, that's going to end, because wealth is going to be spread out among so many people that we will be able to have a world where peace and prosperity reigns. Where, I see a world where we're going to serve each other with love and respect as we are meant to be. You see, that is true happiness. That is true happiness, when we love and respect each other. Respect and love, they can only come from one place, and that's from within you. It must come from within and spill out to others. That is the only way that works. It can't come from elsewhere to you. It can't come from the outside. It must come from within. If you are looking to be loved by other people, then love yourself and others will love you. If you're looking for respect from other people, then respect yourself and others will respect you. As within, so without. The way you treat yourself is how others will treat you. When you have someone that ripped you off, well, that came from inside of you. You had to rip yourself off first. That is the only way that anything bad can happen to you, is that you do it to yourself first. It comes from the inside. And so does wealth. If you're going to be wealthy, it comes from the inside, from inside of you. That is where the wealth has to be created first, and then it shows up on the outside. Do some studying. Spend some time. If this doesn't make sense to you, spend some time studying. How does it work? How does the universe work? You see, it all begins with how you think. That's where it all begins, with how you think. Your thoughts, the thoughts you form, they become beliefs, and the things that you believe, they become true. Thank you so much for watching this video, and do like it and subscribe. And if you're looking for a good opportunity, be honest to yourself. Don't look for some opinions. Don't look for negative opinions or even honest opinions. That doesn't really get you far. Look for what people are experiencing and find the truth. Make your decision with confidence. Thank you. Oh, by the way, find out more about TBC if you are looking for a way to get wealthy. You can find information at CryptoTBC. I post my information on CryptoTBC of when TBC admin posts and stuff like that. That is, I bring that to my website as well. People who are, who come into TBC through my promotions and so on, you will, I get you the information as as I get it and so on. I share it that way. Thank you very much again, and have a wonderful day.